Alright, in this video we're going to make new levels for our maze. So first thing we need is another maze, so I'll go to my Google, I'll Google maze generator, and that will take me to the same site where I got last maze. And again, you can do whatever options you want. I'm just going to stick with the same option that I had before, 10 by 10 orthogonal rectangular, and we'll generate, and we get a maze like this. I'm going to download PNG as last time. Download that, and it will appear in my downloads folder. Okay, here it is in my downloads folder. I can then go into Scratch, and I can go to my backdrops, and I can upload a backdrop. Oops. And this is the one that I just downloaded. We'll say open. Okay, so now in my backdrop costumes, or my backdrops, I have this one, which is my original one, and this one, which is the new one. I'm going to rename, so the original one I renamed as level 1, and I'm going to rename this one as level 2. And as with last time, I'm going to want to make it bigger. You can see over there it's a little too small. And so we click on the convert to vector right at the bottom left here, and then we can select it and then make it bigger. Just like that is fine. Okay, perfect. I want, so, I could make more levels, but I'll stop there. I do want one more backdrop, which is the game over screen. So I'm going to add another backdrop. I can do that down here. And I'll make my own this time. I don't happen to have a game over screen handy, so I'll just paint, and then I can just use the text tool, and I can type game over. You can make this as fancy as you want. I'll just make it very simple for the time being, just like that. Okay, so I've got a game over screen, and we'll name it game over screen here in the name. Alright, very good. So I've got my level 1, I've got my level 2, and I've got my game over screen. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my cat code. Go back to code, and I'm going to make a new variable this time. It's going to be called level. This is similar to how we did it with already exists. Oh, I have one already. Great. So what I'm going to do is adjust some of my stuff so that it's reflecting the new level. I'm going to first go to my backdrop, and here's the code that you're going to add here. When green flag clicked, forever, and basically if level equals 1, switch to backdrop to level 1. If level is 2, switch backdrop to level 2. And if level equals game over, switch backdrop to game over screen. Okay, now that you have that done, you go back to your cat, and you're going to say if I hit the enemy, for example, right here, touching dinosaur, instead of stop all, I'm going to set my level to set level to game over, like that. That way, when my level is game over, I come to my backdrop here. When level is game over, then it's going to switch my backdrop to the game over screen. Let's just see if that works. Okay, so we have a problem. I didn't set my level in the beginning, so it thinks I'm on the game over level. Easily fixed. Just go up to the top of my cat code, and right at the beginning where I'm setting up all my variables, I'm just going to set up the level variable to equals to 1. Great, and we'll start that. Okay, here I am, and I can navigate to touch the dinosaur, and it will change to the game over backdrop. So excellent, very good. Now I want to switch to the second maze when I touch this like goal or the white sprite up at the top here. And right now it says I win. Where is it? Right here. So it says I win right now. I'm going to change that to change my level. So set level to 2. And let's try that. And you can see that the maze has changed. Excellent. Okay, so now I need to bring my cat down to the bottom of the maze. Right, back to there. So how am I going to do that? Well, there's a couple of ways I can do it. So this whole thing is in a forever loop, right? My whole cat code is in this forever loop, except for like setting up the variables and stuff. Part of the start of the game is my cat going to that starting position. So how can I do it? What I'm gonna actually do is set up a signal. So there's something called signals, which is like, I guess it's just a signal. And when you reach a certain point and send out the signal, every sprite in the game is always like listening to hear that signal. And so what I'm gonna do is when I reach level 2, so right here, I'm going to go to my control, and I'm gonna find this. Where is it? Oh no, sorry, it's in events. And I'm gonna broadcast message 1. Okay, except I'm gonna change this message to a new message, and that new message is going to be okay. So broadcast level 2, and I'm gonna put that right where I have my set level to 2, also broadcast level 2, and then I'm going to get a new thing here from my events when I receive level 2. I want to move to like this position, so get the motion, go to XY, -17. No, that's wrong. It should be 20 -172. Okay, 20 -172. Let's try that out. Okay, this is level 1, and I'm going to go to level 2, and I appeared here at the exact space that I intended to appear. Excellent, so that worked out good. So now if we take a look at my dinosaur, you notice he's not really moving in the right place. He's moving according to the old map, which I don't want. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Okay, let's stop him first. Where do I want him to move in the new map? I guess I can have him move maybe from here to here, back and forth like this. Okay. So we go to the dinosaur code and take a look at our movement. So right now, it's just doing this, gliding according to the level 1 map. So this is a little complicated because this is inside a forever loop here. So what I'm actually going to do is put this whole thing inside a if level equals 1. So let's get an if, and let's get a equals, and let's get my level variable. So if level equals 1, then we're gonna do basically the whole thing. So I'm gonna put it up at the top here. Okay, so now I have if level equals 1, I'm gonna do all this stuff. And then I'm gonna have a new thing for if level equals 2. Duplicate that, level equals 2. Now all this movement is getting thrown out because that's for level 1. And I think, is this getting thrown out too? This is probably getting thrown out too, I think. Okay, so where do I want him to move if he's level 2? I'm saying he's going to start there. So we're going to go to, let's see, go to XY. And that's going to happen at the beginning before the loop starts. Negative 54, negative 17, so that's good. And then we're going to go, so we want him to glide down to that position. So we're going to get the glide 1 second to negative 53, negative 119. Yep, that's right. And then we're going to go glide back to the negative 54, negative 17. So we get another glide. And we'll just change the values here to negative 54, negative 17. Okay. I think that's it. This is much simpler than our other one, but obviously you can make it, as complicated as you want. And this time, if we play it, why is he moving in this one? What's my level? Just going to grab my level variable and see if we're at it does say level 1. So why is he moving like that? Okay. Well, a couple of things that I need to fix. Number one, this if right here that I have at the very start when green flag is clicked is not, it doesn't have a forever loop, which means that the game is just going to check this one time and then it's going to say, basically, I need this to be in a forever loop. So I'm going to get a forever loop, put it there, and let's try that again, see if it works. Okay. So this time it's working in level 1. Let's move to level 2. And it didn't work. Still doing the level 1 movement. So, okay. I guess I need a forever loop there as well. Let's try that. Okay, level 1 movement works fine. And let's go to level 2. And level 2 movement works fine as well. Uh-oh, no it doesn't. Okay, so it's doing some kind of combination of level 1 and 2, I think. So, okay. I'm not sure why, because it says level. But here's how I want to try and fix that. We have this gliding stuff inside this forever loop right here. This forever loop. I'm going to change that. So I'm going to take this outside temporarily. And I'm going to put a repeat until instead. And I'm going to repeat until my level equals 2. So as long as level is 1, that's good. And then we'll put a level equals 2 here. Hopefully it'll stop doing this movement when my level is 2. So it'll keep on like cycling through this until we're at level 2. At least that's the hope. Level 1. Working fine. Up to level 2. Up and down. Okay, still not quite working. Okay, I've done a little bit of testing and I've determined that, because the way that we're doing the gliding, and all this gliding is inside this repeat loop, like they're kind of trying to finish this as well as doing the stuff in the level 2 at the same time. So there's no way to really get around that unless you have a different way of moving your enemies, like, move X by 10 or whatever, rather than doing the gliding. So we'll just leave it for now because, in fact, it doesn't super matter anyways, because in this game, we're going to be like shooting this thing anyways. And because we are shooting it, it won't make it. This movement here is already gonna be like finished, so it won't affect it anyways. So it's only if you're not going to shoot it that it's going to matter. Looks like I spoke too soon. So that is actually still affecting it. So the way around that is probably to make like another sprite which doesn't have the level 1 movement, or to do the movement in like move X by 10 or whatever instead of doing the gliding. So I'll leave it to you to decide which way that you want to do it. And we'll move on to the other ones. So the key, these ones, the key and the line are much simpler because we don't have to. I guess we don't have to move them. We just like have them stay in one place. And so let's just go get our level, our control, and we're gonna have if level equals 1 kind of thing. If level, and we'll go equals 1. If level equals 1, I want my key to be, whoops, let's just go back here. And our key is in negative 123, 4. And so go to XY, negative 123, 4. And the direction should be 0. So we'll say move, direction. Direction, point in direction, 0. And then we'll just duplicate that for level 2. And where do we want it to go if it's level 2? Let's just go to level 2 and find a good spot. I want my key, maybe I want it, I don't know, here or something. And I would like it in this direction, or maybe this direction. This one probably makes more sense. So direction equals 90, like that. So going to XY, that's 35, negative 16, and negative 16, and direction is 90. And we'll put those things in our forever loop. And there, the key is in the right spot. And level 2, the key has moved over there. I can still pick up my key. Oops. I can still pick up my key. And all is working there as it should. Does it reappear after I pick it up the first time though? Let's just check that. Pick up the key, go to the next level. And the key's not there, so I do have to put another show in the key. If level equals 2, then we're gonna show it. So go looks, and we go show. And that's because we hit it before. So we're doing hide here, so then we have to show it back again. And same thing for game over. So in game over, we have all this stuff showing, and so we need to just hide all that stuff. So let's quickly do that. We go to our dinosaur. We go to this green flag, which is running constantly all the time. And we're just going to have a condition where we are saying level equals game over. If level equals game over, then we're going to hide it. And that means that we have to show it. It's already showing at the beginning, so that's fine. And we're just going to duplicate that and copy it over to the key. Didn't work. Yep. And let's see. Put it there. And we also want to copy it over to the cat. Here it is. Oh, I already have a game over thing for the cat, right? Yeah, set level to game over. So then I'm just going to hide myself. Go to looks and go to hide. Oops. Like so. And Are we showing at the beginning? We are showing. Okay. So we died. Oh, and then the red line. So the red line should work basically the same as the key. Just like a non-moving thing. You can put it in a different location for second level. I'll leave that as an exercise for you. And we'll call this over for now. Next time we're going to make another enemy and make it drop something. Alright, so that's all for this video. See you in the next one.